Doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, sometimes, and sometimes a Thursday. There's always a lot of breaking news. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about is Knuckles. I want to say Knuckles the Hedgehog, but he's not a hedgehog. Knuckles, everybody. Knuckles has come out. Yeah, Kid, right? He's a warrior. He's a warrior. But Knuckles has come out with his 6-episode season over there, his mini series, if you will, over there on Paramount Plus, and it's just broken records over there for most watched. They're calling it Kids Show over there on Paramount Plus. 4 million hours streamed over there, which is pretty great for something like this. And of course, this is expanding the Sonic the Hedgehog lore and bringing in more characters. I started watching it. I'm not really sure about the whole, like, we have to go bowling tournament type deal. I guess they're trying something. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. Let us know if you like it, because I want to see if it does help add some connecting tissue between Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 that is coming out this summer. But I don't think it'll ever do as well as Super Mario Brothers, because Super Mario Brothers, everybody, it's official, was like the highest grossing movie of 2023. That's right. It beat out Barbie, everybody. It's official. The numbers are out there. $1.361 billion. Pretty freaking massive. At $100 million budget, $150 million for marketing. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a Mario. Mario's got it all the time. He's got it. He's going to be good. So great for Mario. I'm very excited to see the next one, which you talked about before, they have in development over there with Nintendo and Illumination. I hope it's great. But this is really dominating. And of course it did. I can't wait to see if the next one does just as well. And also something that's going to do really well apparently at the box office is, well, the new Planet of the Apes. That's right. New Planet of the Apes coming out this weekend. And they're projecting about $130 million opening weekend worldwide and $165 million budget. That's not too shabby, everybody. $50 million domestically. And we'll have to see. Never watched Mario Brothers, William Buck Rogers? Check that shit out. It's fun. All you gotta say is peaches, 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 peaches. Anyways.
Oh, no.
I love you. I wish I had our producer in the chat right now. He'd be helping me out right now with that. But it's great. Check it out. But this is going to do pretty well opening weekend. We'll have to see how well it actually does, but I think it will do pretty decent. They're projecting a lot, and I will go see it. It's fun because we're finally caught up. This is like Charleston Heston time now. We're gone past the apes are in control, and the humans are back to being dumbed down and trying to rise up against the apes. So hopefully it's good. We'll have to see it. I know the Fall Guys not doing that well. It could be doing better at $65 million its opening weekend, but they already have plans for a second one. That's right. Ryan Gosling came forward and said, hopefully this does well. They got plans. They said it pretty much wrote itself. They love the characters, love the plot. They love taking this further. So as soon as they were shooting the first one, the ideas for the second one, I don't know, guys, though. I really don't know. I mean, we'll see how it does this weekend. Sometimes the next weekend blows up, but we have that much money on the line. I think it was like 135, something like that budget for the whole thing, 65 million. It's not fantastic for opening, but hopefully it does bust through and does pretty well. I hope it does for them because it looks good. I'm gonna go check it out this weekend. I think we'll have to see between Planet of the Apes and that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll see because the Fall Guy, we'll see if it does okay. But the Fall Guy that the Flash is always dealing with is, of course, the Reverse Flash. And the Reverse Flash is coming back to Superman and Lois. Tom Callahan came forward and said, guys, Tom Cavanaugh came forward and said that he usually directs Superman and Lois, the finales and the pilots. He's been very involved doing more directing than acting. Of course, he was on The Flash as Reverse Flash, a Flash playing Wells. And now they're saying he's coming in to do a special appearance as Reverse Flash in the finale, of course, the very end of the CW shows there and the DC CW shows. So we'll have to see how that does. But I think they're going to try to pull some stops. There's not much money for that budget. So we'll have to see how much they can actually do. He must be doing a favor. I know they cut back dramatically in order to make that show have one more season. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But, I got to tell you, though, the real Running Man is, of course, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, The Running Man. And we're getting a reboot for that. And we got Glenn Powell coming in. Now, he's been doing great. He was in the Top Gun movie, Top Gun Maverick. And then he's also coming out with Twisters now. So he's kind of like getting into the market quite a bit, but now they're going to do a reboot to the 1987 movie that starred Arnold Schwarzenegger with Edgar Wright directing. I love me some Edgar Wright. I think he could be fantastic doing this. He's always making things just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. And of course, it's a whole premise where a father is trying to help his ill daughter. So he joins this like reality show where they're killing people. And then they're trying to like really go after him because he's like kicking ass in this. So will it do well in a reboot form? I think it's a fun thing. Maybe it will. And Glenn Powell is just rising. So hopefully it's good. But you know what? But the real Running Man is, of course, Tom Cruise, everybody. And Tom Cruise is coming back to The Gauntlet. Now, this is a Clint Eastwood movie that's being rebooted again over at Warner Brothers. We knew that Tom Cruise had that whole deal where he signed with WB to do exclusive content for them, and this will be one of the first ones for them. Now, this was a Clint Eastwood movie, and now it's about a detective who's an alcoholic. Tom Cruise is an alcoholic. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. But I'm game. Give him some 5 o'clock shadow. Maybe he can grow a goatee like me, and he can be like, drunk and disorderly cop trying to get this prostitute to the court case. I mean, we'll see. It could be good. It could be good. It seems weird to me though, but it is being rebooted at Warner Brothers, and I hope it is a great thing. But Tom Cruise is one of the biggest Toms in Hollywood, and one of the biggest Toms in football, of course, if not, is Tom Brady. And Tom Brady was roasted over this last weekend, and they were called the greatest roast of all time. And here lies Sub-Zero. Plain Zero. One of the greatest of all time. And Tom Brady was roasted. And when this went down, a couple things happened. One of the biggest things everybody's talking about now is Jeff Ross. Now, Jeff Ross came out there and how he introduced the whole thing. He said, so Tom became a Patriot and moved up to New England. And on the first day of training camp, that scrawny rookie famously walked into the owner, Robert Kraft's office and said, I'm the best decision your organization has ever made. Would you like a massage? And people went nuts a little bit. And this is kind of tying back to some history with Kraft. Back in 2019, he was actually accused of soliciting a prostitute at a massage parlor in Florida. And so people laughed, kind of thinking like, oh, this is like a little nudge. And then Brady got up and walked up to him during this performance or this little part, and he goes, whispered in the ear, he goes, don't you ever fucking say that again. Don't say that shit again. And everybody got quiet. People heard it. People freaked out a little bit, but it was a stunt. That's what Ross is saying. He says he loves this production. He loves roasting the roast, so he was just having fun with it. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. That's what he's saying. Also, Kardashian came out, introduced some stuff, and people were just booing the hell out of her, and then Netflix cut that shit out, which is weird. Why cut it out? People know they booed her, then why cut it out? I don't know. Seems dumb to me. But something that's great, though, is The Outlaws, and I'm excited to see Outlaws Season 3 coming out. Might be the last one. 5 episodes dropping over on Prime Video on Friday, May 31st. If you haven't checked this out, it's a great ensemble cast. Christopher Walken, I love him in this fucking show. He's so good. But the rest of the cast is phenomenal, too. It's just about a bunch of people that are doing, they're on parole. They're on parole, and they're all working together in order to do community service, and they're fixing this place up. And it's all about drugs and drug laundering and making money through drugs in order to pay off all their bills. It's actually a phenomenal show. It's fun. The 3rd season looks like it's gonna be great too, and it might be the last. So check it out. Outlaws. It's one of my favorite. One of my favorites. We love it here on Cruise Control is Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is coming back to theaters one more time. If you haven't seen it in theaters before, they're making some more money at that gross domestic box office. But coming out June 8th, 9th, and 10th, you'll be able to see The Fellowship, followed by The Two Towers, and then finally by The Return of the King. And you'll check them out one more time in theaters. I'll be checking out. It'll be fun to see, But not as fun as X-Men 97, which is blowing the internet up. Everyone's going nuts about this show, and I agree why. It's so fucking good. I love it so much. Now on this new promo, I haven't seen a new episode that dropped today, but I know that they have the Rock and the old school kind of costumes. That looks fantastic. Professor X is back. It looks awesome. And everything they're doing and tying into the original cartoons and the lore they're building. And now they're saying they're supposed to do 3 and 4, but now they're talking potentially 5 and 6 seasons because of how big of a hit that it actually has been over there on Disney Plus. Man, I just wish that Alan Tudyk's show Resident Alien would go that long, but now it's on the chopping block right now. They've done 3 seasons. The 4th season, they're hoping to go back to Sci-Fi, and now Sci-Fi doesn't seem like they're going to do it. Now they're talking with USA Network, maybe picking it up, but they have to substantially drop their budget down $500,000 an episode. So maybe it goes to Netflix because Netflix has been airing the episodes too. We'll have to wait and find out, but I hope it finds a home because Alan Tudyk is so fucking good at playing this alien that's just swearing and flicking little children off. I don't know. It's funny. Check it out. Check it out. It's very funny. He's very funny. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. You're right, Mike. He's very funny in this. Alan Tudyk is the fucking man. I love him so much. Yeah. I just love everything he does. He's one of those actors that pops up everywhere. Big voice actor. He's been in Star Wars stuff. He's been everywhere. Oh. And I think that this is a big hit for him. It's a big hit. I hope that they go someplace else. It's also on Peacock.
Did you know it's based on a comic book?
I did not know that. There Sean, take it away. Tell us about this comic book.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. It's on Hoopla. If anyone has Hoopla, look up Hoopla, and it's you run it through your local library. Support your local library, folks. It's good service. But Resident Alien was all on there, and there's about 4 or 5 trades I think collected. But Yeah, I'm a big Alan Tudyk fan. You know, I wish that he was more consistently used in the entertainment world. Probably one of my favorite parts of Star Wars Rogue One was his K2SO, the robot.
So good.
So yeah, no, the guy's great. Give the guy more work, please.
I know. Keep him going and keep this show going because it is a lot of fun. This really kind of awkward comedy works really well. And even everyone across, the kids to the adults, they're all awesome around. Good ensemble cast. So
Cool.
I hope it keeps going. We'll see. We'll see.